The apostrophe ick could be the single biggest turnoff, not just personally, but in professional business where we do serious work. Now, last year I learned what an ick was from two of my coworkers. In dating, they told me, an ick is this thing that you see, this is usually pretty early on, you notice something that is an instant deal breaker. Once you notice an ick, that's it. Now, everyone's icks are different. It can be as small as bad breath or loud chewing or a specific piece of eyeball crust, but the biggest ick of all is the apostrophe ick. Apostrophes are great. I'll use one right here. But lately, and there are some theories, there is a dramatic increase in people using apostrophes where they don't belong at all. Usually for plural words, things that need the letter S and nothing more. The apostrophe ick can kill. Try texting someone, I keep getting lost in your eyes. And if that line doesn't bring shame, the apostrophe certainly will. So whether it's text or Slack or Twitter or God forbid an actual presentation or document, there are so many places apostrophes don't belong. Apostrophes only belong in 4 places, that's it. Possessives, contractions, lowercase letter plurals, and Apple keynote videos. I'll cover all 4, then we're going to talk about where apostrophes should never, ever go. Okay, possessives, like McGuire's glass of water. Possessives describe something, it's usually ownership, something that something belongs to, it's part of, associated with. So the glass of water belongs to McGuire, so it's McGuire, apostrophe S, glass of water. The presentation our friend Charlotte is part of, Charlotte's presentation. The wife associated with the time traveler's wife. That's possessives. Contractions usually smash things together, like a particle accelerator for words. Do not becomes don't, you are becomes your, could have becomes could have, but some contractions can just shorten single terms. Because can become cuz. So the apostrophe goes where be was. Or 1940s and 1950s can become 40s and 50s. The apostrophe stands in where the number 19 was. That's contractions. Then there's lowercase letter plurals. Now, this is more rare because when someone says or someone writes, last semester I got 3 A's and 2 B's, we would generally use capital letters. But if I need to use lowercase letters, like if I'm writing the word apple has 2 P's in it and I want to show it lowercase, sometimes showing P's and N's and X's and a lot of that stuff gets complicated, so people use an apostrophe. For capital letters, it's not needed. For numbers, like people in their 30s or 40s or how many 3s in a deck of cards, no apostrophe. And if you were just triggered by what you saw on the last one, good. The apostrophe in cards has no business being there. But we can use them for lowercase letters. Now let's talk about Apple. So one of the greatest videos Apple put out, I love the team that made this over at Buck, but there's this perfect apostrophe in this video right there. And notice how it's none of these 3 things. No is just a plural here. So the sentence is, there are 1,000 no's for every yes. But if the apostrophe wasn't there, what would happen? We'd have, there are 1,000 na's. It just doesn't look right. So in very rare cases like this, where the apostrophe clarifies a shorter or an unclear plural, it's extremely helpful. That's Apple. So where do apostrophes never go? Never use apostrophes in 99.9% of plural words. Never do we use apostrophes when we say, thank you for considering me for either of those positions. The plural word is just positions. Apostrophe, instant ick. If you text someone, want to grab salad sometime, that's it. It's over. It's just salads. What about a first Instagram DM that says, your hand looks heavy, can I hold it for you? This one's bad on so many levels. 1, your is short for you are, and you are hand makes no sense. It's your hand. 2, looks is just a verb, it's not even plural. 3, space or no space, make it even on both sides. 4, that's a hyphen when it should be a dash. And 5, work up the courage to say that to someone in person. It's a super weird first DM to receive, especially in its original form. But that's it. It's just those 4. Possessives like McGuire's sweater, contractions like won't or should've, lowercase letters like N's or M's, and rare cases like with Apple, where the apostrophe makes a short or confusing plural not confusing. Everything else though, no apostrophes. Follow this guidance and everyone, personally and professionally, can avoid the apostrophe ick. Follow me to hear more insights into tech and design, my startup. You have my thanks. I'm just gonna leave that there for a while. And then we'll eventually fix it in just a moment. That's better.